Hello, everybody. Welcome to Juvanni. So we are going to this. This is Laura.
Good morning.
For who and my name is Sophia Din. And for those of you who don't know me, I am a doctor. I am also an anti-aging expert. And I have been working. I'm 48 years old, and 48 years young. And Laura is.
I'm a hairstylist and I am 49 years young. Sophia gets upset with me when I tell people how old I am. But it is what it is. I have a birthday coming up in January where I'll be 50. Yep, I'm going to roll my eyes at that, but it's all good. So
Anyway, so today we are going to be talking about some of the things that have been happening with us. So one of the things with me, I am basically I've just written a book, and it's going to be coming out in the next 2 weeks. It's called "Do We Really Need Botox?" It's a handbook of anti-aging, and the reason I wrote that book was to raise funds for a nonprofit foundation, which is called Hagar's Foundation for single mothers. And so basically the book is a means to create revenue for my foundation. And so now this podcast is also going to be based on the chapters of the book. And then Laura and I will be making this podcast a little more regular, and that is it. So today we are going to be starting with the fact that, so one other, before we start on our topic, which is obesity and weight reduction, which is like everybody has a problem with that. And body dysmorphia, and how it plays your body dysmorphia, whether you have like very severe or not that severe, how it plays into your weight issues. So that was our topic for today. And guess what? I actually, when Laura came, I told her about the fact that I joined this group, which is on Facebook. It's by Tim Grover, and he is very cool. He's an author. I read his book. I think. Early this year, or like sometimes last year or something, and then I just came across this Facebook thing, and I was like, I have got to join this person. He's so cool. So he, it's starting.
Facebook? I mean,
he's on Instagram
what's
also.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's Attack Athletics. Yeah.
Attack Athletics on Instagram.
Yes, dude. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
I'm gonna follow him.
Yes. Oh, he's so hot.
He is a handsome guy.
I know. Everybody has a crush on him.
Tim Grover, you're a cutie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, so he asked us to weigh ourselves today, and I was like, I tell people my age, but my weight. Oh, and so Laura is so I have this thing about myself where I have body dysmorphia because when I was younger I had when I was very young I had psoriasis, and I had like women have general body dysmorphia issues, but because psoriasis is like a skin condition where your skin starts peeling and itching and stuff. So I suffered from that for like almost 10 to 12 years before my daughter was born, and I was, I think, 26, 27 at that time, and then it just totally disappeared right after the birth of my daughter. But it left very deep scars in my and then so I have that I have a genuine reason to have body dysmorphia. But then I've also after coming to America, I've suffered this thing where in Pakistan we used to eat a lot of homemade food basically, but over here there's so much processed food. There's like I came here 21 years ago, and there was like so much McDonald's, KFC. My now deceased ex-husband, he may his soul rest in peace, but he was like really into all these processed foods.
Was he?
Yeah, he was like he would eat very unhealthy. But processed food is so addicting.
It
is so addicting.
It is.
And when you start eating, the chemicals in that food make your brain go nuts. books, and you just go keep eating. And it's like, and I am an addict, basically. I'm a recovering addict, so I get addicted to everything. So it's very, very difficult, and a lot of the people are. So in my life, I've been addicted to several chemicals. Like I used to smoke. My mom shouldn't hear this, but anyway, I used to say alcohol, this stuff. And I've left all the things because just I wanted to not get my brain be manipulated by chemicals that are not good for us. So we have to do this thing. So we brought the weighing scale. So Laura is gonna now stand on the scale. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I weigh myself every day, FYI, but I'll do it for the
fucking show off.
For the show off.
Okay.
Is it pounds?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait. Okay, I'm gonna get on.
No, step off and then step on again. Let it, okay, so now step on.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's 135.6.
Okay, now everybody knows
fucking
my
show
weight.
off. Show off.
Okay.
I am going to do it, and I'm not gonna tell anybody.
Oh, sure, you put me out to dry. That's so unfair.
Oh, okay. I have to because give me your camera. I have to take a picture of this this stupid weight because he told us to take a picture.
Don't look at my nudes.
But I'm not. I will not look at any of the.
Don't look at my nudes because I'm all the nude pics. No, I'm just playing. But sometimes you feel good and you want to take a picture and
just
save it. Maybe send it to somebody that you like. I'll send my nudes to you, Sophia.
No. Okay.
Okay.
So I have my picture, which I have saved for myself. But see, I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I've already had my breakfast. I even had a stupid banana. So I'm not, and I had ice cream all through the weekend.
Did you? Good for you. So I love it.
Anyway, so so I did lose weight. Throughout my presence in America, I have I've been a yo-yo. So I would gain weight, then try to do this fad diet or that fad diet, and then decrease it, and then so I would always oscillate like maybe 10, 15 pounds or something like that, which is like a pain in the neck. So but Laura is tell me what you do.
So I'm very much into fitness. And I did CrossFit for many years, and through CrossFit I got into powerlifting. And one of the coaches at the gym I was going to, because I was getting a little bored, and he said, you need a goal. So he encouraged me to do a powerlifting contest, which was the most amazing thing that I have ever done besides having my children in my life.
Really? You have muscles?
Look, I'm working on them.
Oh man. Okay.
Bang, bang, bang.
Okay. Wow.
So,
I never wanted to be muscular. I don't like muscles too much.
I do. I want more muscle definition.
Okay, yeah. So this is good. So muscle is healthy, by the way.
Muscle is very healthy.
I'm not going to show you the flab on my face. I'm going to. I need to do another cool sculpting actually. So now I'm at a weight, through my history where I have lost a significant amount of weight, and now I intend to just maintain it. In my book, I have written about food and the different, because in my office we do a lot of weight loss, and some of our weight loss is very, very effective.
Yeah.
But the problem is that when your lifestyle maintenance, because weight loss will happen whether you do this diet or that diet or that diet, it will happen. But the thing is that we go back into, because food is an addiction, and food is a very tricky addiction. So you would go back and you gain something else. And as you gain again and again, what happens is that you're also simultaneously aging. And as you age, this is, it is even harder to lose the weight that you used to lose before.
Sure.
So one of that thing, and then I've also seen that many times that women, when they as we age, if we do too much weight loss, it affects our face. And then, on one side, you're losing weight, and on the other hand, your face starts looking like a prune, and then you have to, inject collagen and stuff just to, maintain the skin vibrancy and stuff. So that also, I don't know. So she does a lot of workout, but then how many times you have to inject yourself?
Right. So I lost, after the powerlifting competition, I had put on quite a bit of weight because I needed to be strong. And then I lost 25 pounds. And I saw it all in here. And again, my age is playing a part in it. My skin is not bouncing back the way that it used to. So I've come to my friend Sophia so she could rejuvenate me.
So I'm good because what I believe in is that if God gave you God made your body a certain way, you just have to maintain the way you are, and you don't have to what I tell people is that if you're a Honda, then it's very difficult for me to turn you into a Rolls Royce, and and sometimes even if you're how about get your expectations a little real. And then tone it down, because it's very difficult otherwise to do all the things. So that is, and then also sometimes outwardly you might I might be able to turn you into a Rolls Royce, but what about your engine? If you're a Rolls Royce has an engine. Rolls Royce is known for its engine,
right? But don't you believe that your inside also affects your outside?
Yes,
so if
absolutely.
you're doing all of this exterior injecting, but meanwhile you're not taking care of the inside, right? Hydration, drinking enough water, eating the right foods, not processed foods. So.
Absolutely. And also emotional intelligence. So that is why now people say that you don't just have to be like all mentally present, but emotional intelligence, how you connect with other people, how you even connect with yourself. You cannot connect with other people at a visceral level if you cannot connect with your own self. So self-awareness is very, very important if you're anti-aging. So that was it. I did take a picture for my weight today because I'm entering a program which is for weight loss, and I hope it's not for weight loss. I am not into weight loss because I have kind of like I'm going to maintain it where I am at currently, because I don't want to lose all my collagen. It's costly to inject yourself.
I know.
It's not easy to look like this. When somebody who's in your 20s or 30s, when you are a perfect weight like her, that's different. But when you are, a Laura who's like at 49 turning into 50, at that point, after childbirth, after like living your life and whatever, if you can look like this and if you can have a body like her, dude,
you're way too kind.
Isn't it?
But I work.
You work a lot. It's not easy. It's not. Oh, absolutely.
But this is, like I say to everybody when people question me, this is where my life is at this moment. I don't know where it's going to be next year or the year after. But this is what makes me happy now, and I'm just kind of running with it. Because we don't know what tomorrow is.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. And I think that is, and so also Laura used to be a single mother. She's married now, but so she is like, my next book is called Shameless, and it is about, I'm featuring single mothers basically. So these are the women that I have come across with, and I'm actually interviewing a lot of women for this thing, because I believe that single mothers are a breed onto themselves. They are a different person. I don't see the single mother and somebody who's married, and it depends on there are two different kinds of people. And I really like it, because I think they're very strong. They're also mentally strong. They because they're in they have to be. They have no choice, otherwise they sink. So like all the women that I went, they were like fucking fighters, you know. They're like, I don't care. I mean, I gotta do this for my child, and the strength that I meet is like so insane, and I really relate with them so quickly because I am like that because I had to be, and I had no other choice. I was a single mother. Even when I was married, I felt single because I was like, oh my God, I have to fend for myself and my child myself. So and he was a nice person, God bless his soul. I mean, he's dead now, so I don't want to say anything. But he was like, genuinely, a lot of people liked him also. But, he was not there for me. He was not there for my child on many occasions also. So that is the thing. But, so I was led to like really become the person that I've become. And I kind of have alluded to it in my book also. And I think, a lot of people will, I hope, look at my story and also feel that, yes, it is, something that might be useful to other ladies also.
Inspiration.
It is. Because see, single motherhood, what is it? I mean, you could be happily married today. I mean, my best friend, she was happily married and whatever, and suddenly her husband passed away, and she was not she did not have financial literacy as much as her husband did because he managed everything. And here is like a very, very well trained doctor who just was struggling to understand how the world works. And of course, she got it very quickly because once it is a sink or swim situation, you do it, and you see how difficult it is. And but that I have done with it, and it was I think women need to learn certain set of skills to be able to progress in life, and that is it. It's very, very important for our daughters to learn all these skills and how to form strong connections, like really real connections. Just like food, don't do processed food, don't do processed people.
Right.
Find real people. So one of the chapters in my book, I have said that unfollow the Joneses. Do the right thing for yourself.
Don't conform.
Don't conform.
Don't conform. That's my biggest thing.
Yes.
That's what I teach my my daughters. I have two daughters, and my older daughter is 25, and I am not hating on marriage. I'm not saying anything negative about it, but what I'm telling my daughter is do what makes you happy. I believe that in this day and age, that's what we should be teaching boys, girls. Be respectful of each other, but you don't have to. You don't have to do this.
Absolutely.
Right? You don't have to.
You don't have to if it doesn't. Yeah, if it doesn't,
resonate with you. If it doesn't make you happy, don't do it. And I think that that's something that we, my generation. Yes. We grew up with...
but we also have to... but I would interject here because, sometimes you have to also know that there are certain things that bring you momentary pleasure, but later on they are going to be bad for you. So sometimes that is also something that you must see and be pragmatic about things where, what are the things that you're doing that like today, right now, you might have fun, but later on the consequences will be... not that easy to tolerate. So, to learn between hedonic things and things that will actually really give you a lot of pleasure. So, to know the difference between dopamine surge and the serotonin surge.
What is dopamine? Can you
those are the pleasure hormones that are released in our brain and how our brain perceives happiness and a lack of happiness.
So, like after you have a good sex session, that dopamine.
So yes, you would have dopamine, but after a good sex session, which is also with a lot of love, with the love of your life, for instance, that also releases a lot of serotonin, and serotonin is superior to dopamine.
Is it?
Yes. So like right now, I mean, if I say that, so serotonin is what is, related, and actually I am writing on the book, so go and read my book.
Read the book.
That is it. So I'm plugging my book every place.
Why are you plugging the book?
So the reason that I'm plugging my book everywhere is because this book is 100% donated to a non-profit organization which is for single mothers. And basically what it does is that it is going to whatever the proceeds from the book are going to help the organization that is helping and single moms. So I know I'm plugging the book everywhere, but it is not only a good book but also for a very, very good cause.
To help Hagar's Foundation.
Hagar's Foundation. And who was Hagar?
Single mom.
Hagar was the original single mother. Hagar
The
was
OG.
the OG.
The
OG. Absolutely.
I love it.
And if you read the first page of my book, it will tell you exactly who Hagar was. She was the handmaiden of Sarah, who was the wife of Prophet Abraham. Hagar is in Arabs call her Hajar. She was the mother of Ishmael. And Prophet Muhammad is a descendant of Hagar. Hajar. So that is, as per historical records. So Hagar's Foundation is a single mother's foundation, and we basically are working to improve the condition and lives of single mothers everywhere in the world, but definitely in this area where I'm working, because this is where we're starting out. But most of our programs that are going to be upcoming soon will be worldwide. So we will see, and I hope that, and I have so many people who are working on this. This is like, I've never had this much, and I have a lot of clients and stuff. I have like around, 10,000 clients between the two practices. But it is so good that what I am, the support that I have for Hagar's Foundation is like insane, and it hasn't even started doing most of our workshops. We're still developing them, and I'm so excited. And one of the reasons that this book is doing is start building the funds for this organization. When you purchase it, you're basically helping the organization.
So it's a really great thing.
So it is like a multi-layered cake. So when you start eating, it's like a keto cake, like a keto burrito.
Keto.
Because it's not bad for you. It's really beneficial for you. It may not look like foo-foo whatever book, but it is really good. But it is also doing something really good. So it is a vessel for goodness, and the purpose, its intent is really good. So support it and support us. So thank you so much for listening, and we will be coming again next Tuesday. See you.
Have a great day.